Oh, there we are. We are live. Welcome to Thursday to Thrive. I love Thursday to Thrive. Although we do have Mondays. We have Taco Tuesdays. We got Wealthy Wednesday, Worldwide Wealthy Wednesday, Thursday to Thrive. I love thriving. It is 2025. It really is and truly is our year to rise up and thrive. How many of you are thriving? If you're here with us, I want to know, what are you thriving for in 2025? This is fourth quarter. You could literally do more in the fourth quarter than you have done all year long. I love fourth quarter because this is where people who are not focused get distracted, and you can catch them. You can catch them. You can pass them in the fourth quarter. People are going to get tired. They're going to say, I'm going to take vacation. I'm just going to go ahead and sandbag it, wait till the next year. No, now's the time. We got to rise up and thrive and make this the best year of our life. Well, we got an incredible topic. On Thursday here, we talk about zero net cost benefits, how you can have benefits for your full-time employees. If you have at least 20 full-time employees, you can provide zero net cost benefits to your full-time employees, meaning there is no cost, there's zero cost to the employer, you as the employer, and there's no out-of-pocket expense to your valued employees. That's so good. I'm going to say it again. There is zero net cost to your value to you as the owner, and no out of pocket to your valued employees. How many things do we get these days that are free? I mean, everywhere I go, I feel like people are asking me for money. They want me to tip them when I go to the bathroom. Like everything, people want tips. They don't give us more, they give us less. You got to ask for extra sauce now. I mean, everything. Well, this is something that you can have for free, and it's a valuable thing. It is a valuable benefit, zero net cost benefits. That is a true health and wellness program that many employers are already qualified for. They're and already paying for. They're just not enjoying the benefits of it. And today we're going to talk about the hidden payroll leak, how to save $600 plus per full-time employee. So not only can you provide these health and wellness benefits, not only will your valued employee feel like you're a superhero, but you will also enjoy the tax benefits of having these benefits. We're going to put money into your pockets. $600 per full-time employee. If you've got 20 employees, you've got 40 employees. What if you have 100 employees? That's some good money in your pocket. And you will also reduce your cost of workers' comp, which can be up to 30%. Up to 30% of your workers' comp that you're currently paying for can go right back into your pocket. But today's not about me. It's about my incredible, beautiful, aren't they good looking? I got a great looking team here, my amazing team. I'm so honored to be their leader. I am truly, truly blessed to be surrounded by these incredible champions that you see here. And now I want to hear from all of you. So why don't you kick us off, Mr. Zachary? Why don't you kick us off tonight?
Yeah, I'm just I'm sitting with what you were saying earlier about being taxed and nickel and dime for everything. Um, as I think about one day starting a business, I'm in the field of mental health care, by the way, and I desire to start a private practice. And in this vision, I would hate to nickel and dime people, especially my employees. I would hate to cut corners and skimp out on treating my employees how I run my clinic and how I treat my clients. And what's coming up for me is, how do I offer quality healthcare to my clinicians in my clinic as we work with clients in need while not cutting corners? And I appreciate this discussion because it makes me more intentional about how I should move. I mean, this clinic I plan to run is my baby. And for those who are listening to this and have their own business, I mean, you treat your business like your baby. Like, you want it to thrive in this world, and you care about how it functions and runs, and the profits that you earn, and the impact that you would like to make on society. And so when you're put in situations where you have to either cut corners or make hard decisions, it could be really hard to know what to do. Um, and it's just reminding me how this team, I've had conversations with this team about how do we avoid cutting corners. Tim, I know you've got a great idea for me to not cut corners and save my business money.
Oh, I can always come up with something. I grew up very not cheap. I was actually frugal when I grew up. That was the term for it. And one of them is definitely with the zero net cost benefits, because it does save you money. It's no cost to the employer and no out-of-pocket costs to the employees. And that's just being able to offer that on its own is something that is going to help bring in employees and keep them, because you're going to have these benefits to supplement any other benefits you have. And it's just going to have better workers. That, like, if a worker is liking their job, they're going to stay at it. They're going to do better. They're going to, be more productive. So that is one way to save a lot of money. And yeah,
I appreciate that Tim. Because I'm planning to hire around 20 or 30 clinicians in my private practice, and I'm reminded of a conversation I was having with Sharon about the difficulties of running a private practice. I, in particular, plan to work with many people who have moderate to severe mental health concerns in the Bay Area. And, I'm going to have 20 or 30 clinicians working with those folks. And this is a high needs population. And what I know about running a clinic, and Sharon and I were talking about this, is oftentimes clinicians in the field of mental health experience a lot of burnout, which means I'm probably going to experience a lot of people leaving, people quitting my job. And Sharon, can you help me understand, how can zero net cost benefits help me reduce people leaving and quitting?
Sure. Well, there's many ways actually, but one of the first things that comes to mind, Zach, is that if you're helping your employees through having sound benefits and support for themselves, then they're going to stay. The interesting thing is, if you look at the research for today, it's not about salary alone that people stay and are retained in employment. One of the biggest reasons people stay retained in a particular job is medical benefits and the benefits that are offered. And with this being a health, a wellness and prevention program, there are a lot of things that your valued employees will have access to help them not, experience the burnout. There's 24/7 access to telehealth. There's access to 800 of the most popular prescriptions, and often they're the most expensive prescriptions. So imagine how having access to those things for themselves and their family, right? Their beloved family, which a lot of them have on their medical insurance, having these benefits either as a supplement to what you're already offering or as a standalone option, it's a win-win. And it's a win for you, the employer, because for every full-time employee that you have enrolled, you get the tax benefit of 600, and I'm sorry, I don't remember the exact amount, but it's over $600 for every full-time employee that you have enrolled. So you're getting the tax relief. And if your employees aren't getting burnt out, then you're not going to have, because with mental health, the workers' comp is different than maybe somebody getting, injured on a construction site. But there's still there's still the possibility of there being a workers' comp case due to somebody not being able to fulfill their job duties because they're burnt out or experiencing their own mental health crisis or situation. So these are ways that you can, work on retaining your employees and also keeping your costs down, which is also going to allow you to maybe bring back the donuts and the coffee every Friday or maybe every other Friday to give your employees the incentive and the just that once in a while recognition of, hey, you're doing a great job. Let's come together and be social and support each other and learn about each other outside of what we do here every day, because we're more than just our job. So we need to have the ability to bring back those types of things. When I was working for nonprofits back, we had a birthday celebration every month for the people that were born in that month. We had, special meetings that were bagel meetings or donut meetings, whatever, special lunches. And we need to be able to bring that stuff back. And if you're saving money through your workers' comp being reduced and through having the tax credit for every employee that's enrolled, that's money that you can put towards either more enhanced benefits, right? Or just other things that enhance morale and enhance retention. So these are some of the ways that you can achieve this. Um, I could go on forever about this, but Christina, what would you like to add?
Hi. So I would like to explain a little bit what it is that we are talking about. I talked to several business owners, and actually I talked to employees escaping the 9 to 5. Those are my main two clients. So from business owners, I keep hearing we have to find, ways to reduce payroll and increase revenue. So that's at the top of mind is that, is how to make budget every month, especially with what's going on, benefit premiums are going up. So small business especially, is going to try to pass that on to unfortunately attach it to payroll or pass it on to their employee or hire less individuals. That's what's going on here. And it's not because small business and business in general don't have they don't want a healthy workforce. They do. But I've said it before. As a company scales, I see it more often than not that the workforce becomes a part-time workforce just to to reduce these costs. But what we are talking about here is that there is a preventative care management program that helps you really reducing these costs as an employer. And how does it do it? It reduces taxable wages in the payroll. So by reducing taxable wages in the payroll, that amount gets reallocated, and it saves the employer federal insurance contributions up to 600 to 650 per employee. So that's what's happening. So it's a reallocation. And as a result of that reallocation, you can have a wonderful PR opportunity in proudly say that your companies offers zero net cost benefits. In other words, you get benefits as an employee, but you're not paying for it. You're paying for it because of it reduce tax wage, right? And you as an employer you actually get a tax credit. The thing is, this is not an equation or a crazy formula. It's already happening. Whether you're taking advantage of this preventive care management program, you are already, as an employer, paying for it in your taxes. So if you have 20 employees and up, and you've been in business for a couple of years, and you want to see if you as an employer can qualify for this program and can, as a result, offer it to your employees, please connect with any one of us, and we'll move you to the next step of enrolling for this program. Unfortunately, not everybody is going to qualify, but the majority of people does qualify for this. We even have Fortune 500 companies on our portfolio. So if you're looking for a way to reduce costs, this is a fantastic opportunity. Imagine $650 tax credit per employee that is enrolled in the program. So connect with us and find out if you and your employees qualify, because this is the future of work. Offering a fantastic benefit program and no cost is only going to increase. Going back to what Sharon was talking about, Zach and team, is only going to increase your company culture, because everybody wants to keep more money in their pocket. And that's what Leah always says. It's not how much money you make, but how much money you get to keep.
If it's okay, I would like to give you some real life examples of some of what Christina is talking about. I have been approached in the last few weeks, but specifically yesterday and today, I was approached by clients who came to me and said, I have an issue. My medical benefits through my employer have doubled my deductible and have doubled my copay. I can't afford this. What do I do? So one of those clients has her own business as a side thing. So right now she does not have 21 full-time employees, but she's working towards it. So when she gets there, this will start to be an option, because the criteria are, do you have at least 21 full-time employees? Have you been in business for at least 5 years? And, are you in a trade industry or an industry that does not necessarily have the benefits available to you because you haven't had the the number of employees or whatever, has been stopping you. But I believe that this is the wave of the future, because more and more people are coming and saying, I need medical benefits, but I can't afford them. They're literally dropping out of their employer offered benefits because it's not cost effective. So I just wanted to add that really quick. Leah, did you want to?
Yeah, for sure. Those are really good points. And one thing that I always think about is, and it is 20 full-time employees, but one thing I always think about is for an employer, especially our smaller companies, that oftentimes when they think of benefits, they think of one more thing on their plate. They think of, this is one more thing that I have to manage, one more stress on my shoulders. This is really the opposite. What we're doing here is we're transferring all of the onus from you to us. Now we become your full-time HR department so that we can do the heavy lifting and you can take all the credit. We'll make you look like a superhero, right? We'll let you go ahead and we'll celebrate you and give you all the sparklies and all of that. But we'll be in the background. We're going to do that one-on-one with your employees. We can find out what their needs are. We can guide them to how to use this program, because we don't want to enroll people just for the sake of enrolling them. We want to have your employees, your valued employees, using these benefits, enrolling and enjoying these benefits so that they are taking advantage and they're so grateful that they have them. And they come back to you with the stories of being able to get their prescriptions at low cost or no cost, being able to use the telemedicine and all the other health and medical benefits, because when they do that, then they're going to share the good news with other people. There are many, many small businesses going without medical, health, and wellness benefits simply because they're unaware. They don't know what's available. They just think it's not affordable. And so they just assume that there isn't anything else that they can do. So help us to spread the good news. Who do you know that owns a business? Who do you know who would like to expand their business? And I'm not sure who said this, but maybe it was you, Sharon, that oftentimes, no, it was you, Christina. Oftentimes when companies look at expanding, they will look at reducing the work hours from their full-time staff. Why? Because they know if they expand and now they have more employees, they're going to be required to offer them medical benefits. So that's really kind of, it's almost shooting themselves in the foot. On one hand, they're saying they want to expand. On the other hand, they're diminishing the value of those valuable employees. Imagine working for someone and helping them build that company up. And now they are ready to expand. They're in a position to expand, only to look and see that your hours are impacted. And now, can you stay there with the company that you've helped to build? This preserves those relationships. It actually preserves that camaraderie that you built with your company. So, yeah, great stuff. How about you, Tim? What can you tell me about company culture?
Oh, I can go on and on about company culture because I always end up in interesting ones. But like at my last job, having really good health care was really one of the highlights of the job because we did a lot of physical activity and it was really good to have really good insurance. But having the zero net cost benefits would have been great for the supplemental to supplement that, just because of all the added stuff that you get on top of what we were already getting. Like you get the telemedicine, you get the annual physical, nutrition counseling, health counseling, which I would have loved because we did not eat good on that job. Blood pressure monitoring, all sorts of stuff. And would have just been great to have all the extra things provided. And yeah.
When you invest in the health of your employees, you're investing in the health and the longevity and the productivity of your business. So I understand the need to cut back, but in cutting corners with healthcare benefits, you're really impacting your entire business, culture, productivity, and longevity. I grew up in a family of construction workers, skilled trade workers, construct every aspect of construction. There was somebody in my family that was part of that or had been part of it as they moved up the ladder in the construction industry. I witnessed so many injuries. And it wasn't from carelessness. It was from not having the proper resources at times because money, they were cutting back on equipment or they were getting the less expensive safety equipment. They would have it because they have to have it, but they were looking at where they could cut costs, understandably so. But when you're cutting costs around your employees' health and safety, you're impacting your entire culture and business and productivity and your earning potential. Because if you have a lot of your employees out with injuries and on workers' comp, you're really working against yourself. And these benefits protect your valued employees' health and well-being. And they also protect you as the employer with reducing your tax bracket. So you're reducing your workers' comp by, like Leah said, 30%. And that's huge, because in the skilled trades, especially, workers' comp is one of the biggest expenses you're going to have. And it's bound to happen because it's an occupational hazard. No matter how safe people are, no matter what equipment they have, accidents happen. That's why they're called accidents. Nobody goes to work and says, gee, let me get injured today. Let me fall off a scaffold. Let me fall off a ladder. Let me have a cement block fall on top of me and land me in the emergency room in critical condition. But these things happen. This is reality. And when these things happen, you need good health care. You need access to good benefits because your valued employees have valued families. And when they can't take care of their families, they're going to spiral and it's going to affect how they feel about the company they're working for. So I'm convinced that and Zachary and I have been talking about this a lot, there has to be a better way. And zero net cost benefits are the beginning of that better way. They are the wave of the future, because once people realize that these benefits are out there and what they can do with these benefits, not only for their business, but for their valued employees, it's going to be a no-brainer for other people that are going to get wind of it. So it's just a matter of people learning to understand what's out there, what the benefits are within these benefits. And I'm going to say it again. Hello, business owners, you're already paying for this. Every 2 weeks, it comes out of your payroll tax deductions. So if you don't utilize these benefits and have your money go back, be redistributed into your employees' health and well-being by offering these benefits, your competitor down the street and down the street is going to take advantage of these benefits on your wallet. So let them take advantage of these benefits on their wallet, and you take advantage of it on your hard-earned work and the effort that you've put into your business and the effort that your valued employees put into your business. Because if you don't invest in your employees, I promise you that they're going to leave. Because even if they've liked working for you, they have to look out for themselves and their families. And that's the key. So it's about being a team player. And that starts from the top. If they see you being a team player for your valued employees and the things that, and the people that they're concerned about, they're going to work that much harder for you. And if you're an employee who doesn't have benefits right now, you can either tell your employer about these benefits and let them contact us, or better yet, we can contact your employer without using your name, just to let them know that these benefits exist. So I'll land it there.
I want to go and, yeah, go ahead, Zach.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that, Sharon. You're reminding me of what not to do. Having been in the field of mental health for 10 years now, starting in 2015, my very first job, was learning how does the field of mental health work, and just seeing my coworkers and I very burnt out, seeing how my organization functioned. You're reminding me of that moment being an employee and learning firsthand what not to do when I have my own business. I appreciate how you really highlighted, Sharon, the value of wealth generation for building a business. And as I think about starting a business one day, having a private practice, I aim to have a company culture that really is consistent with how we treat our clients. And so if my employees are burnt out, and yet they're required and tasked with taking care of others, like there's an inconsistency there. And so when it comes to company culture, I really need to value my employees, because they are the front line of my wealth generation. In order for me to build wealth, in order for me to expand, I need to pour in and invest into my employees. And the easiest way, from what I'm hearing from this team, is to get me some healthcare assurance that is a win-win. I need to make sure that my employees are all good and squared. I can't have my team breaking down, especially during the fall and winter seasons, the holiday seasons, where depression is high. And my clients that we serve are going to experience some moderate, severe mental health concerns. And my team may experience a lot of the pressure. So I need to take care of them by getting them some health care that's a win-win. So I appreciate that, Sharon.
Yeah, for sure. Zachary, I love that you're sharing your dream with us because we have one of the top dream builders here, right here on our platform, which is the incredible Miss Christina Salgado. I want to share some golden nuggets with us, Christina.
All right. So we heard a lot of the symptoms here, right? Talking about unhappiness in the workforce, ensuring that employees are happy, and as a result, they stay with you longer, saving you on retraining and rebuilding a team, right, a business. But let's talk about, you know, building your business with strategy. And we were talking about what is company culture. Company culture, there is two ways that you can talk about company culture. It's like how it is perceived externally, either by employees or people that know about your company and have heard about your company. But really, it starts with the company culture within your teams. Because in a well established business, there are at least three very strong players that need to play good at company culture: your PR team, your financial team, and your HR team. So a good strategy is for the three of these three teams within your departments to work together in building a strong company culture. So this conversation that we're having here right now is not just for the HR people that are listening in and they're shopping for a cheap benefit package. It's really a financial strategy. The person involved with what's going on with your payroll and your tax code is our financial team. The person involved with promoting that you are offering this type of benefits to your employees and there's zero cost to them and they get a good benefit package is really going to be your PR team, your marketing team. That needs to work hand in hand with your HR team and finding out what's going on. So company culture, it's broken in a lot of businesses because people are working in silos. HR team is doing their thing, finance guy is doing their thing, PR team is just making pretty graphics and make sure that there is some kind of visibility or footprint on LinkedIn or somewhere else, right? But it really means nothing if this. So you cannot grow and expand and extend your business if these three teams don't work together, no matter what the project is. So in this particular case, take advantage of this thing that you're already paying for. I think that the first person that needs to be involved is your financial person, your financial team. And then working together with the experts who understands benefit packages and if they're viable and they fulfill every need better than your benefit experts within your HR team, and who can share and spread the word and let everybody know that there's a strong company culture at this business and that's what we do. And as a result, that these are the advantages and the benefits that our employees are rewarded with. So it's working together internally to fortify company culture and mission statements.
Christina, I think one of the things that was going through my mind when you were talking about what you were talking about just now, it's about making sure there's a thread in your messaging within all your departments that make this possible, from financial to your HR. The messaging has to be the same. And the messaging is, we care about our employees. We care about the clients that we serve. So the messaging, there has to be a thread and a team approach to the messaging. There will be people that take the lead at different points and different aspects of a certain, with the benefits. Let's just say that for now, because that's what we're talking about. But there has to be a common thread within company ethics, morale, and the company mission statement, I guess is what I'm really saying. The company mission statement has to be followed throughout. And that includes when you're dealing with getting benefits for your valued employees and for you to save money within your company. and to reallocate the money that's already being spent. Wouldn't you want to have control of how that money is being spent rather than just know it's being taken and God knows what's happening to it and where it's going? I know for my business, I want to know where every dollar is going. So I think it really just what you were saying just resonated in my mind as to there needs to be a thread of team aspect in all aspects of business, even if it's not your department per se. The messaging has to be clear throughout.
Absolutely. And the thing is, I know this well uh, because of working in corporate environments and talking to a lot of business owners. The biggest problem, the main issue, the issue number one on the table is financial wealth. Is the business wealthy? Is the business doing well? It's not. How can we fix it? Where do we need to fortify? What we need to fortify? Where can we generate some savings, generate some revenue? All those things. But unfortunately, what's happened is that those conversations are behind closed doors. And the thing is, I'm not saying that it has to be public knowledge and every employee has to know about it. Is within each team on your department. The finance person is not the only person that can offer a solution. So if you're not in finance and you're in HR or marketing and you're listening to this conversation, well, have a conversation, a coffee break. Are we taking advantage of this? Because I hear it can save us money. I hear I can do a whole marketing campaign out of this, right? I think this is a great idea. Have you ever looked into it? I know I'm paying this much every time I get a paycheck as a marketing person. Is that really a way to save? So if you are in marketing or in finance or in HR, please make a commitment for yourself and for your company to go and find out what's going on in these other two departments that I'm talking about, because there is no company culture if these three are not working together.
Yeah, for sure. And it's funny because I have not had a job since I was like long time. Okay, I'm not even going to say many, 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 many years ago. And so for me, I haven't really had that experience firsthand, but I've listened to many employees and their feelings about having their benefits reduced, no longer having the company coffee, company donuts, and even to the point of oftentimes, and especially now with a lot of changes happening in the healthcare industry, many employers are reducing and changing the benefits without really informing their valued employees. So you may still have the same card, you might still have the same company, but when you go to use your benefits, you're going to find out that that copay is not as much as you thought it was. You're going to find out your deductibles. What I'm seeing on deductibles is just astronomical. The last few people that I've sat down with have a $15,000 and $17,000 deductible. That means that you're responsible for the first $15,000. That is just, to me, that's just unacceptable. It's just really, we have to do something different. So, Tim, I want to hear from you. As you have been an employee, how did you feel when your employers just like kind of did those things? They just kind of changed things in the background. They didn't really tell you what was going on, and you didn't find out until, the kaboomy hit.
Oh, no, no. It was more, they informed you. It was in that fine print that you didn't read in that booklet they hand out every year that's about an inch thick. Is usually how they inform us. Yeah, it's not great when companies do that. It is not something I want to do to anyone, or that's why I like these benefits. I mean, these are just a great way to provide for your employees and make sure that they like you and want to keep working for you.
I just wanted to add something to what Christina said earlier, that, finances are really important to a business owner because you need, funds to be able to keep your business running. Very true. But the interesting thing is that finances are the number one stressor for everyone in our nation. And that includes, your business owner who's trying to have enough capital to keep the business running. Because let me tell you, I've had family members who were running businesses who had to cut, who had to let go of people, and who had to eventually close the business because it wasn't doing what it used to do. And it really kills the heart of the business owner when they can't make it work, and they've tried everything. I mean, my people that I knew were putting in their personal money to try and make the business work because they were more concerned about what they were going to do to their valued employees and their families than they were about what they were going to do to, our own family, if it was directly in my nuclear family. So business owners are worried about the finances because they need the capital to keep the business running, and their valued employees are struggling. Most people, I'm going to quote our fabulous leader, most people are playing money checkers. We make money to pay it out. We make money to pay a bill. These benefits, these zero net cost benefits, will allow you to start playing money chess. And money chess differs from money checkers because money chess allows you to be strategic with what you do with your funds. When you're playing chess, I'm not a chess player, but I know this much. You're more strategic than you are when you're playing checkers. You really sit there and you analyze what your opponent just did and your next move, so it'll impact your opponent's next move. So it's strategic. It's very much strategic. And that is what these benefits will allow you to do, is you will be able to play money chess more than money checkers. And that is what we need to do, because finances are the biggest stressor for everyone, no matter what role you hold. It's the biggest reasons why relationships fail, why marriages fail, why friendships fail, why businesses fall apart. Financial stress comes between and impacts every relationship from I don't care what it is, parent, child, everything. So we need to really honor that, and we need to start making changes that are going to influence people's being able to have reduced stress so we can all function better. Because think about it. If you don't know where your next meal is coming from for you to be able to feed your family, it's a lot of pressure. If you don't know how you're going to keep the roof over their head, it's a lot of pressure. And for a business owner, when you don't know how you're going to keep the business going so you don't impact your valued employees and their families in the ways I just listed, could you imagine trying to lay your head on the pillow at night?
This is a great opportunity for anyone listening that is running a business, 20 plus employees, to take some action and to take some strategic action. So we are here broadcasting live from LinkedIn. I know that we are streaming elsewhere as well. But in social media, there is such thing as repurposing content, right? You do an event, and then you write a post about it, or you write an article about it, or you change it a little bit and make it into another post. So you basically do a multiplier on the opportunity and on the reach you have. And that's what I love about business. Everything that you do, every action that you're taking, you can really sit with it for a second and see what other parts of my business can this action affect in a positive way. So again, strategy and cross-functional work within your teams. So if this was, if I were to actually enroll for this, if I was you, I would take this as a strategic opportunity to enhance my company culture, because not only I'm going to do this, I'm also going to share that I did this through my PR team, and definitely get my finance team involved, so that together as a team at the end of the year, we can actually see how much money we saved and celebrate with not just our higher leadership team, but with all of our team members.
Yeah, for sure. I love that. And I'm just going to say this, that absolutely we got to play money chess. And this is my quote. Okay. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that said this, but I say, you know what? Most of us are playing money checkers. We make some money to spend some money. We make some money to pay some money. We make some money to give it to Uncle Sam. Now it's time to flip the script and play money chess. I don't play chess. Well, I play chess with my 6-year-old grandson. Listen, I don't know a whole lot about it, but I'm going to tell you this, that it is strategy. They say master chess players can see 5 to 10 moves down the road. And we have to see what's happening with our money. We've already had financial poverty. And now if you're an entrepreneur, you're a business owner, you have at least 20 full-time employees, this is your opportunity to truly build that family dynasty. Because if you're constantly going through your employees and you're having to hire and rehire, they leave you because they're going for another opportunity that has benefits, you are going to be spinning your wheels, right? You're doing the same thing over and over again. And we know Albert Einstein says that's insanity. So Tim, what golden nuggets do you have for us? Think you're on mute, my son, not my son. You're not my son. Hi, Brandon.
I don't know. I mean, I can kind of see the resemblance, you know. You got
the family hair going on there, so I think I will adopt you.
I mean, I'm going to stick with what I always say, and it's just we're all going to die, and at least with some insurance, you can die on a mattress. And
there you go. And he has I love this comment. I want to welcome everybody who's been with us. Kenny, we appreciate you. I appreciate all the interactions and comments. Please share this with someone else. And this is a great, go ahead and address this for us, Christina.
Yes, and actually I saw another comment earlier by Annie saying, cats among the pigeons, what if more employees actually care enough and work hard enough to make the company 4 times their pay and benefits? Most companies struggle because employees do the minimum and effectively steal the business money. And I'm so glad that Annie made this comment, because while I'm listening to this and while we've been talking about this, I've been an employee. So I know that what he's saying is true. I had employees working under me that I was struggling to manage because of this very issue. Employees wanting to do the bare minimum, right? And it is true. But I can tell you that I've seen also the other side of the coin. When a company actually treats their employees right, then some people, not everybody, because it has to be in your blood to have work ethic, right? They'll go above and beyond. So unfortunately, this problem that Annie highlighted, it's very real. It's very real here in America. You know, there are a lot of minimum wage jobs, right? People that are applying for those, they're just doing it mostly to get some benefit package, really. Because here, healthcare is just ridiculous. It's not like in Europe that is a little bit better. It's not a lot better, but it's a little bit better, right? So people are really going to work to survive and to be able to take care of their basic needs. So if you're listening to this, sure, there is a lot of truth in what Annie said, and probably a lot of you are thinking exactly the same as business owners. Can motivate my team. They keep leaving. The ones that I hire and I give opportunities to, they're really not helping out. It happens. It happens. You have model employees and you have terrible employees, right? But you can filter through using a program like this as strategy. It's hard for you to stay, to stay in the green. It's hard for you. And this is an opportunity to save some money, save some cost, and you don't have to do anything but applying for it and see how many of your workforce actually qualifies. In the meantime, is an opportunity to enhance your company culture, inform your employees that you have these, and now they get to keep more of their money because they can opt for this type of benefit package, and then just keep working at strengthening, your culture and making sure that you have good staff. And of course, once you find employees that want to do the bare minimum and they're really not on board, I mean, you know better than me what to do with that. Is disciplinaries and make sure that you have a good team. But with those, once you have recognized and filtered your good team, this is an opportunity to strengthen the company culture and to make the team stronger.
I just wanted to say, Annie's comments really resonated with me. And what I wanted to piggyback on what Christina was saying is it's really a reciprocal situation. It's if you treat the employees right, most of them will do right by you. And if you work hard and you apply a good work ethic, your employer will most of the time reward you. There's always exception to the rule on each side of the coin, but these benefits, these zero net cost benefits, are a way for you to honor your employees, honor yourself as a business owner. And here's the thing. When you do that kind of reciprocation, let's go back to what Leah, I believe, said earlier with retention. When you're not returning and you have a retaining people and you have a high turnover rate, you have to retrain, you have to refine people. So now you have to go the learning curve with that new employee to see what their work ethic is, to see if they're just going to be somebody that does the bare minimum. Once you have put your resources and your time and your heart and your energy into an employee that is showing you their value and their worth, these benefits allow you to retain them. And the flip side is true. If you're an employee who goes above and beyond, who shows up on time, who puts the business, the business needs before your own, in a sense, right? Then that team's going to stay together and that team's going to get stronger. And you know what else is going to happen? The people that you've now cultivated on your strong team, they're going to recommend people that are going to be vetted, because and you're going to know that if this person is recommending somebody for a job opening, you're not going to have to worry as much about their work ethic and things like that. So you'll have pre-vetted applicants. So there's so much benefit that can happen as a domino effect that I really believe that we need to start looking at the domino effect and the reciprocal nature of the work, of the employer-employee relationship, because it really is reciprocal. And we need to step back from the blame game and say, well, I'm not doing my job as well as I could, and I'm doing the bare minimum because my boss is treating me like this. Get curious. I really want to challenge you to get curious. And I know it's not easy. I've been an employee before. But if you get curious and you say, I wonder what is making my employer have to make these decisions, and you get curious, maybe you can be part of the solution rather than being part of what perpetuates the problem and the breakdown in company culture and productivity and, the company's, longevity. You could be part of the solution that allows this business to last. How great would that feel?
Yeah, absolutely. We're winding down here, so I'd like to go round robin, and I'll start it off with Christina. You've made a lot of new fans and friends here. I want you to tell people how they can reach you, what's your social media handles, and all that kind of stuff. So start us off, Christina.
Well, right here on LinkedIn, Christina Sagato, about Christina Sagato on LinkedIn, that's the handle here. So go ahead and send me a DM. As I was listening to to share on there is one more thing that I want to share, and I usually refrain from sharing this story because in some ways it's been hurtful. I was part of a company that had a fantastic company culture. I grew within the company in a 9-year span, my whole career, from entry level to director to product manager, and company culture was great. For reasons behind employees control, there was an incident that affected the leader at the top, and he basically was out of the business for about 6 months. During 66 months, unfortunately, the business really needed him because he was the glue, and everything kind of collapsed a little bit. So somebody thought that the solution was a merger. So we merged with a very similar company, identical mission statement. So everybody thought company culture is going to remain the same. Well, it was far from it. First of all, this was an out-of-state business. So here in the Bay Area, they just didn't like the most people made above minimum wage. And so it went straight to cuts and straight to layoffs. And those people that were left and people that actually were earning minimum wage, they really suffered the most. They saw the company culture completely dismantled, including programs, educational programs that they were within the organization. So I watched a team, the team that I was managing, going from a team that generated 15 million every year to finishing the year at under 4 million. Same people, half of them quit, or few of them were laid off, half of them quit, and a lot of them were just depressed, completely deflated, and a lot of them felt completely stuck. So these were not lazy employees. This was a team that was winning and loved what they were doing. And company culture was able to destroy that in 1 second. And one of the cuts that was made was cuts to a benefit package, premium going up. So that was the first thing that was chosen as a strategy to increase revenue. So, if you're listening to this and you care about building a strong business, you heard stories here from people that have been at work, people that have seen it, and you kind of see the perspective of the employee, right? And I know it sounds like a bunch of complaining, but it is not really. When you look deep, you definitely don't want these people that you think are complaining to actually do a campaign against you and what you stand for as a business. So you most likely qualify for this preventative care management program. So please connect with us because we'll help you making this a strategy.
Yeah, for sure. Cher, where's the best way for people to reach you?
The best way right now to reach me is on LinkedIn. And my website is there, but it's being revamped, so it might look a little, kind of like piecemeal right now. But LinkedIn really is, and you can find me on Facebook as well. But if you want to find out more about me or you want to reach me, DM me on LinkedIn, and I will see it. And please know that if I'm not getting back to you immediately, it's because I do get a lot of DMs and I try to get to all of them as fast as I can. But your messages do matter. You do matter. So I would say for right now, LinkedIn is the best way to connect with me, or Facebook. If you're not on LinkedIn and you're on Facebook, you can definitely private message me on Facebook, and I will see it there too.
Perfect. And we are live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. We're live on LinkedIn, which if you're following us over there, we love you. Come and say hi to us over here on LinkedIn. Okay. Come and join the LinkedIn culture. We have a lot of fun here. We meet a lot of people. I met all of these amazing champions on LinkedIn. Kim, how can people reach out to you?
Usually by telegraph, because I'm pretty old like that. But no, LinkedIn's still the best for me. And you can thank Christina actually for pretty much me getting my LinkedIn together. So she was great and very helpful for that. And I'm actually also tomorrow night going to be hosting the Sing Your Heart Out at 6:00. So on LinkedIn. So look out for invites for that.
Awesome. Make sure that you all put your connection, your LinkedIn connection in the comments also. And Zachary, how can people reach you? What's the best way for people to get in touch with you?
Yes, everyone can reach me here on LinkedIn with my first name, Zachary, last name, Simon. We could talk all things healthcare and mental health.
Awesome. Again, make sure you put all your connections in the comments. We appreciate all of you. Easy for me to reach out to me. I'm all over social media. LinkedIn is obviously my home. And also you can visit my Business Box, which is like an interactive website at leahgarcia.io. That's leahgarcia.io. I will put it in the comments. And I host Wealthy Wednesday every single week. I'm always looking for guest speakers. So if you're an entrepreneur, business owner, you're looking for a speaking opportunity, I would love to chat with you. So that's going to do it for us. Thank you so much for reaching us on this Thursday to Thrive. Tag somebody who's a business owner, tag somebody who's an entrepreneur, tag someone who's going without medical benefits. If they're an employee, a full-time employee, and their employer has at least 20 full-time employees, tag them, let them know about this incredible benefit. Then we would be happy to reach out to their employer. Of course, we can do it anonymously because our main goal is for you to have the medical benefits, the health and wellness benefits that you deserve. And if you're looking to expand your business, you have just a few employees right now, and you're looking to grow your business, let's have a conversation. Let's have a coffee chat. You never know. This may open up this opportunity for you to be able to expand your business and really end strong and be prepared for 2026 because it's just around the corner. So thank you so much, everybody. We appreciate you. Thank you for joining us. We love you live. The king, the godfather of LinkedIn, makes us famous. We appreciate you. Thank you for joining us, everyone. And we love you, Team Replay. Hashtag Team Replay. Thank you so much, everybody. Remember, it's 2025, your year to rise up and thrive and make it the best year of your life.